Good times. Uh-oh. Bo? Are you my lawyer? Mr. Vineyard, nice to meet you. My name is Bo. I'm the lawyer who will be representing you in court. Oh, well. A laywar? A laywar? What's a laywar? I never asked for one. Well, that may be so. I was hired on behalf of the Elysium Army by Angel Windsor. Angel? Angel hired you to defend me? It would be in your best interest to allow me to help you. I don't want to come across as arrogant, but my case history is good. I'm sorry, but I don't need your help. I had my reasons for what I've done, and that's exactly what I'll say in court. I don't need anyone to bend the truth. I have to do this myself, or I'll never be able to convince them. Ah, but Mr. Vineyard, even if you have your reasons, can you really express them in such a way that it will sway the court? You may believe that you are right, and perhaps you are, but that's not enough. Being right does not mean being perceived as such. It's my task as your lawyer to understand your motivations and properly convey them to the court, in the form of a plea built upon the foundations of the state law. Forgive me for saying so, as I haven't heard the full story yet, but aren't you in this situation precisely because your words did not have the desired effect? And may I remind you that the law states that if you are not satisfied with your lawyer, you may replace or remove him at any time. Truly, you will lose nothing by allowing me to organize your defense. I don't know. I can't help but feel that if my message passes through someone else, it will lose its effect. But the Elysium Army specifically hired you to defend me. If you've been there, you must have seen it. All those people, they followed me this far of their own free will. They did everything I asked of them. When I asked them to risk their lives for me, they did it. And now, all they're asking back from me is to accept your help on their behalf. If I go in there of my own will and lose, I would never be able to face them again. I'll accept your help. I will do my very best to live up to my client's expectations. First of all, and most importantly, you'll have to tell me your side of the story. I hope you have a while. It all started several months ago, and a lot has happened since then. It's a long story. Oh my, it seems there's even more to the story than I was anticipating. However, I don't think most of it will be relevant to our case. Let us first go through the actual charges against you. Now, first and foremost, there is the charge of treason against the state union. This is the main charge, and the most serious. It is also likely to be the only charge we can contest. Now, let's see. First of all, would you say that Would you say that the decisions you've made here were the ones you've thought would be the best for the state? Definitely. Maybe not to the ones in charge, but yes, in my view, the choice I made was in the best interest of everyone, including the state union. Well, then the next step would be to convince the judge that your standpoint is correct, or in the very least justifiable. Treason, after all, is defined as taking actions to harm one's country, in this case the state union of Zelmany. If it turns out that your decision was indeed beneficial to the country, then there would not have been any treason. Even if the judge decides that your actions hurts the state union, but not intentionally so, the charges would be significantly weakened. So if they decide that it was just bad judgment on my side, the sentence would be a lot lower. Well, yes, it may be difficult to have you acquitted of all charges, but we can most certainly avoid the worst fate. Now, we should move on. It seems that out of all the decisions you made, one in particular was questionable. I'm referring here to your refusal to inform State Army of the upcoming Kiergaard attack. That's understandable, but I had my reasons for that. Please tell me as much as you can. Any detail would help. I won't lie. At first, the reason I told no one else was because I simply hadn't made up my mind yet. But I don't think this is relevant. By the time I did make a decision, there was still more than enough time left. But even then you remained silent. Why? To explain that, I have to explain why I made the choice that I made. There were 4 options open to me: fight Kiergaard, aid Kiergaard, do nothing, or prevent the battle altogether. As an officer serving under the Chancellor of Zelmany, the right thing for me to do was to fight alongside the Matrek Guard. We could have defeated Kiergaard that way, but don't get me wrong, it would still have been a very bloody battle. Besides, it wouldn't have brought down Kiergaard. It would have rendered them incapable of continuing the war for now, but they would have definitely been itching for revenge. Now, had I chosen to join the Kiergaard forces, well, I don't think I would have to explain to the court why I didn't do that. Finally, if I had chosen to do nothing, the outcome would have still been either of the two I just mentioned. The only difference is it would have been even more casualties on both sides. I see. Now, what in particular moved you to intervene like you did? Well, I think it's very simple, actually. You see, through our combined efforts, we managed to defeat General Kaiser and his second legion in Mayfall. That was something they never anticipated. We struck back with unexpected force. But I think the plans for Leonius' attack were already being developed when Kaiser was defeated. General Knight, joined in on these plans, giving them no fewer than 3 ways of achieving victory. But Leonius was defeated, and although we lost Highland, we reclaimed Mayfall, and Matrek's defenses were still impenetrable. General Knight was already underway at that time, and turning back would have been too dangerous. To put it shortly, this was Kiergaard's last chance of truly defeating the State Union. I believe that this could very well be the end of the war, and it was that belief that motivated me. Why risk the lives of thousands of people when the result will not change anything? If anything, I was hoping it would reduce the strife between Kiergaard and Zelmany somewhat. Ah, that is an interesting point. In the end, you were just protecting the lives of your men. I'll leave it at that for now. The trial is still a good month away, but we should waste no time with our defense. A month? Damn. I'll return in a couple of days after I've done more investigation on the matter, and most likely there will be more visits after that. Thank you for helping me. It's but my job. So we're stuck sitting here for a month, at least? That sucks. Sheesh. Jovian. Angel. Always the 3 of us. Three? That's right. 3. As I've said before, she deceived you. Is that the truth? Why would I lie to you? Nah? Then they've deceived me too. No, they were deceived themselves. Hey, wake up. Excusez-moi? Avoid her at all costs. It's time. Follow me. Has it been a month already? What? But it's only been a few days. There's no time to wait, and there's no question about your guilt anyway. Now come with me. Everyone's waiting. I don't like the sounds of this. I don't like where this is going. A little more FFT going on, that's cool. This song really seems to fit here for some reason. Bo, what's the meaning of this? Please calm down. It was out of my control. I was only informed of the date of the trial last night. It's extremely unconventional, but I'm afraid it's not illegal. Due to the nature of the charges, they want to reach a verdict fast. So, there's nothing we can do? I'm afraid not. Thankfully, I was already expecting this case to go to court quickly, so I was able to finish my work as well as I could. Trust me, Mr. Vineyard, we do stand a chance. I wish I shared your optimism. We're here to support you, sir. Ayara. Thank you. All of you. Huh? Freaking Vosh? Governor Vosh is here too? He is only here to watch, I believe. I don't like it. I have a bad feeling about all this. So do I. I don't like this, man. I don't like it. Oh, look. I announce to you case ZM4738, the state versus Daniel Vineyard. All rise for the Honorable Judge Durant. Everything's ready. Are you sure about this? Yes, we've come too far to let it end here. For Ayara and I, there's never been any doubt, but you, Lord Shiro, you are a respectable citizen of Zelmany. Do you really want to go through with this? I owe him my life for saving me from Blackwater. Until I've repaid my debt, my loyalty lies with him. Also, Bast agreed with our plan, so I will go along with it. I told you, Colonel Windsor, we can trust Lord Shiro. It's a good thing you're with us. Thanks to your status, it was easy to get inside. With the preparations we've made, our plan can't fail. Let's at least wait for the outcome of the trial before we take any rash action. Well, let's get on with it then. It seems our defense so far is having the right effect. We may yet convince the judge. But this witness they just called, I wonder what that's about. Let's watch for now. Tell me, you are a member of the Elysium Army, correct? Yes, that's right. I recently moved there from the State Army, and now I'm a lieutenant there. Now, Mr. Vineyard came to see you shortly after that, didn't he? Could you describe to the court what he said to you? Yeah, about 3 weeks ago he approached me, and a few others. At first he just asked some innocent questions like how we felt about being in the Elysium Army, and how much we trusted him. But then he asked a very unusual question, didn't he? That's right. When our answers seemed to please him, he asked us. He asked us to return to the capital to act as spies for him, and he said that he wanted our help to overthrow the State Union. That's a lie. I knew it from the start, that something was wrong. This is all a setup. Let me handle this. Your Honor, while the claims this witness has made are grave, they do not seem to agree with the established facts. Say that my client indeed had plans for a coup d'etat. Why, then, did he stop Kiergaard's forces from attacking the capital? As I have already shown, my client's actions have in no way caused harm to the State Union. He prevented an attack on the capital, and the loss of many of our countrymen's lives. Is this a logical course of action for someone who seeks to bring down Zelmany? What you're saying is true, as long as you're assuming Mr. Vineyard is a Kiergaard agent. If you let the facts speak for themselves, it's clear that his aim is to seize power, in Zelmany for himself. He had to ward off Kiergaard so as to not endanger his own plans. These are completely unfounded accusations. There is no situation in which the choice that my client made would be more beneficial than some alternative, unless his aim was to prevent the battle and subsequent loss of lives. If he indeed wanted power himself, wouldn't the obvious choice be to weaken his enemies? He could have stood aside while the State Union and Kiergaard fought each other. I don't believe this. They're all making this up. The Colonel doesn't stand a chance like this. I wouldn't say that. His lawyer is doing a good job countering their arguments. Let's hope for the best. Shh, the judge is speaking. This is indeed a controversial case, despite the fact that the defendant's actions and his responsibility for its results are clear. Many questions have been posed about his motives. However, the evidence for his betrayal of the State Union is inconclusive, and arguments to that end do not sufficiently explain his choices. Based on this, it has not been proven that the defendant conspired to overthrow the State Union of Zelmany, and he will be cleared of these charges. This is not all, however. Although nothing has been conclusively proven, strong suspicions still exist. Furthermore, the defendant disregarded a direct order and withheld critical information. Since the entire nation is currently at risk, such actions can be construed as treason by themselves, due to their potential to divide the country and sow confusion. This, combined with existing suspicions and the fact that the defendant has only recently become a citizen of the State Union, forces me to declare the following sentence. Mr. Vineyard, you've been found guilty of treason against the State Union of Zelmany among lesser charges. You will be relieved from your duties as Colonel of the State Army, and detained until your punishment is determined. That's unacceptable. What are you all doing? This may be our only chance, sir. We can't let this happen to you. Do you really want it to end here, Daniel? Are you giving up your fight? I guess I've already passed the point of no return. The outcome of this trial had already been decided in advance, hasn't it, Governor? All that awaits me here is my execution. Don't just stand there. Seize them. Sir, let's get out while we still can. Run as far as you want. It's already over. Dead or alive, you'll serve as an example for those who place their personal ideals above the needs of the State Union. Cole? Haven't seen you in a while. I heard commotion inside. Did you have to run? Quick, hand back our weapons. Oh, of course. We've got no time to lose. We have to get out of town before the Holman-Trek Guard comes after us. Alright, so this is an interesting party with a bunch of characters that, well, two characters that I don't really use. I should probably equip them then, right? That would probably be a good thing. Give you a plumed helmet. Let's see. Brigadine. Fur sandals. Why do you have two white glasses? That just seems kind of strange. Give you a quartz amulet. Give you a brown herb. What about you, Cole? You've got nothing. That's ridiculous. Give you a fine chainmail. Steel boots. Get white glasses. Leather belt. Bronze badge. I'll just give you a brown herb and whatever else. I don't know. Gold dust, I suppose. Yeah, because I'm assuming there's going to be battles here. Masamune? Wow. Level 5? That's actually not that bad. Crossbow? 1. Okay. But you've got Scan, which I suppose is good. Alrighty then. So I suppose we shall save. Yes. Uh-oh. And we've got a battle. Well, We're fighting Matrek soldiers. Who knew? Column strike. Boom. Okay, these fights don't seem too bad, just as long as they don't attack Cole. See the enemy statistics. Woo! You can see what they steal, which is pretty nice. I like that. Boom. There we go. Yeah, Cole's gonna be getting some levels here, as is Shiro. Damn, level 27 already. Since it's not too shabby. We got a chest. Why is there a chest in the courthouse? Fireball! Free fireball's always nice. I appreciate that. Ah! More soldiers. We can handle our business. Lots of missing going on. Sheesh. What's up with that nonsense? Column strike. Boom. Your weapon sucks, dude. Just saying. It really kind of sucks. Where's Juiceoff? Juiceoff should be with me, you know? He's not, and that makes me sad. Masamune. Column strike. Nice. 2 for 1. They're both on level 29 now. So that's nice. Random person. What's going on? Please don't hurt me. Why would I hurt you? Dude, that doesn't even make sense. Chest. Star gown. Is that any good? It's good for magic defense, not really good for much else. It's good if you want to raise your magic defense, though. That's for sure. Bum bum bum. Ah! Fucking soldiers? Get the hell out of here. What are you doing? You're freaking crazy. Just missing all over the place, aren't you? Oh, that's a corporal. I was wondering why it seemed like you were hurting less. It just kind of seemed that way. Could do a little spark. Yeah, you're definitely much better off doing that than actually attacking. That's for sure. Column strike. Spark. Nah. Bam. Column strike. Heh. He got the kill, very nice. Nice, level 30. Ah! So I think we're going the right way. I mean, When you see, you know, when you're escaping and you see more soldiers, that probably means you're going the right way. So, I mean, one would think. Shadowcast. Da ba bow. Alrighty then. There we are. Oh, nothing there. Ah! Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good either. It's kind of a dead end. It's a dead end. Do we have to fight our way through? Quick, sir. We can go this way. Good job, Bobby Hill. Phew. Are we going to make it in time? I don't know. What are you fools doing up there? Come on, close the gates. Oh, it seems they were held up. Huh. Do you want me to take the leader of the Elysium army? We made it. Let's hurry back to Elysium before the rest catches up with us. Yeah, let's get out of here.